Let me be clear. I'm not saying that all the sound deadening products with really catchy names don't work. They do. But what I am saying is that they simply aren't necessary for a normal van build. You have to realize and trust that the van manufacturers know what they're doing. They engineer most of the sound deadening that you need right into the van, and it's incorporated into the build of the van right at the factory. Any extra sound deadening that you might need is going to be taken care of by the actual build-out of your van and by everything that you put inside of it to make it a livable space. The reason I know this all to be true is because myself and many others have built vans without any sound deadening products. I've used my van for 6 years now and traveled the roughest roads possible, and it's fine. But hang on, how is this possible, you say? Well, let's take a closer look. When it comes to noise in a van, there's two types of noise that we have to take care of. One is vibration, and the other is road noise. To show the effectiveness of sound deadening products to vibration noise, you may have seen videos where they tap on a drum cymbal, or you may have seen someone tapping on a van wall and then adding sound deadening product to it to show how effective it is. And it does work. But this is not reality for a van used for van life. You are not going to be riding around with someone tapping a beat on your wall using drumsticks, or driving around in raging hailstorms all the time. The reality is that you're going to be driving around on roads with rubber tires that are filled with air, on a suspension with shocks and springs. The little bit of vibration that may be created by this is taken care of, as mentioned, by the engineering and design of the van itself. Take a look at your van floor. I'm pretty sure that you'll see it's not flat. It's corrugated, with peaks and valleys folded into the metal. Now, this is not merely to make your van build more complicated. When you corrugate metal like this, it adds stiffness and strength, and this controls vibration. Now look at your roof. It may also have some corrugation. If not, it will certainly have some metal cross braces to give it strength and stiffness. And your walls, well, they're not likely corrugated, but they will have many ribs. And if you look at them, you'll realize that they're there to provide strength and stiffness to the van body. You'll also notice that the panels of the van wall are stuck to these ribs using some sort of adhesive. Now, there is a possibility that one of your van walls may vibrate because it's come unstuck from the rib. Well, the first solution for that is not to use sound deadening product. It's to use some sort of adhesive to stick it back on. Now keep looking around your van. You'll find that the few remaining trouble areas that the manufacturer wasn't able to completely control using these methods have had sound deadening product added already at the factory. Here on my van, you can see this white square of sound deadening product that the manufacturer has added at the factory to take care of sound deadening in the door panel, where the vibration couldn't be controlled. Now, the second type of noise you can have is road noise from driving at speed. And this is the type of noise people first notice when they drive their empty van home and hear the road noise echoing around in the empty shell of the van at the back. But it's kind of like being in an empty house, or even a room that you've emptied out to paint. You'll notice that it sounds very echoey. But magically, as soon as you move furniture into it, the echoing disappears. Well, the same idea translates to a camper van. We're not driving around the countryside in an empty shell. We're going to build it out and add a bunch of our stuff to it to make it livable. Once we add wood paneling, a mattress, bedding, rubber bins, clothing, boxes of food, maybe even some hanging curtains separating the cockpit from the rear, all of these things help to absorb the sound waves that would otherwise bounce around and echo in an empty van or room in your house. Do you really think that all this stuff doesn't absorb any sound? How about this? Do you think this absorbs any sound? Hey, sweetie, come here. Look at this video. Chad and Fifi on the internet are wallpapering their van with this super cool sound deadening product. They saw another couple use it, who saw another couple use it, who saw another, well, you get it. It looks so shiny and space age. We need this. What? It makes you purr. Wow! Ordering now. So far we've focused on the rear cargo area of the van, and we've learned that the manufacturer has taken care of most of that for us with their engineering, and the remainder will be taken care of by us when we build it into a livable space. The sound deadening back there will be adequate. But you know what? When we're driving, we're not back there. We're up here, in the front, in the cockpit. When you're driving, any noise originating from up here is going to be more noticeable than any noise from back there. We're practically riding on top of a bomb factory, setting off thousands of tiny explosions to propel us down the highway. Engine noise is what's going to be most noticeable when you're driving. Well, perhaps that and your passenger's poor choice in music. But up here in the cab, again, the manufacturer has taken care of most of the sound deadening for us. Go ahead, tap on your front door panels. You'll see that they've been treated with some sort of sound deadening material. If you're going to do any additional sound deadening treatment, it's probably up here in the cab where you're going to want to do it. And you'll probably do it in the firewall using some sort of sound deadening foam to help absorb the engine noise. But you know what? Your van is probably never going to be as quiet as a luxury or electric car is, because it's not one of those. But my friends, don't focus on it. And you know what? You really won't. When you're driving and traveling, you'll be looking at the beautiful countryside, or having a conversation with your partner, or listening to some great music as you roll down the road. Sound deadening products are very heavy. And if you wallpaper your van with them, or even put tiny squares all over, all of that extra weight is going to affect your fuel economy for every mile you drive, forever. If you appreciate my efforts to make these videos and don't think I'm some sort of crazy lunatic, I would be humbled if you would subscribe to my channel, because it's the only way you can support me and let me know that you want me to continue making more. So until next time, keep your life simple and enjoy your van. Bye for now.